China's Zhang Weili began her journey to UFC Gold with an unlikely assignment.
This is the way she walks in New York.
Imagine being the first of your kind to break into a world where no one thought you could go. That's Zhang Weili, China's first UFC champion and one of the fiercest women ever to step into the octagon. But how did a girl from Handan, Hebei become a two-time UFC women's strawweight champion, rewriting MMA history and putting China on the map of combat sports? Stick around, because we're diving deep into her journey, breaking down her most iconic fights, and discovering why Zhang Weili is truly one of the greatest in the game. From Kung Fu dreams to UFC glory. Born on August 13, 1989, Zhang Weili, or as fans call her, Magnum, wasn't just another talented athlete. She was a fighter through and through. Growing up in Handan, China, a city more known for its history than its sports, Zhang discovered martial arts at a young age. Starting with Shaolin Kung Fu, she quickly added Sanda and Shuai Jiao, Chinese wrestling, to her skill set. But what truly set her apart was her unbreakable will to win. With dreams of conquering the MMA world, Zhang's journey in local promotions soon skyrocketed when she joined Kunlun Fight, one of China's premier MMA organizations. Zhang's explosive knockouts and submissions quickly earned her the KLF Women's Strawweight title. And from there, her eyes were set on a bigger stage, the UFC. Now, let's relive some of the most dramatic moments from her career. China MMA League, Weili vs. Mengbo Zhang. Weili's first professional fight took place in 2013, where she faced off against Meng Bo in the China MMA League. It wasn't the fairy tale debut you might expect. Meng Bo won via unanimous decision, handing Zhang her first defeat. But this was a pivotal moment for Zhang. Many fighters might have been discouraged, but for Zhang, this loss lit a fire inside her. She knew this was only the start, and with each punch, kick, and takedown, she was laying the foundation for something much bigger. Despite the setback, Zhang's tenacity was clear. She didn't give up. Over the next few years, she went on an absolute tear, winning 16 straight fights in regional promotions across China and Asia. It was during this time that she earned the nickname Magnum for her powerful fighting style and explosive finishes, Zhang Weili's first taste of gold. Fast forward to 2016-2017, Zhang's career took off as she entered the Kunlun Fight promotion, one of China's largest MMA organizations. This was where her career truly gained momentum, as she began to sharpen her skills in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, and Shuai Jiao, Chinese wrestling. The results spoke for themselves. Zhang became the KLF Women's Strawweight Champion, showcasing her ability to dominate in both striking and grappling. During her time with Kunlun Fight, she racked up an impressive list of victories. Some of her standout performances included a TKO win over Marilia Santos at Kunlun Fight 14 and a quick submission victory via armbar against Bianca Sattelmeyer at Kunlun Fight 15.
And the winner in the red corner, won by armbar.
With each fight, Zhang was proving herself to be a force in the world of MMA, but she still had bigger ambitions. Her dominance in Kunlun Fight eventually caught the attention of the UFC. By 2018, Zhang Weili was ready to take her career to the global stage. UFC 227, Zhang Weili vs. Danielle Taylor. In August 2018, Zhang made her UFC debut at UFC 227 against Danielle Taylor. It was a moment of truth. The UFC was a whole different beast, but Zhang proved she was more than ready for the challenge. Over 3 rounds, Zhang controlled the fight, using her well-rounded skill set to earn a unanimous decision victory. The fight wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Zhang Weili was here to stay, and she had the potential to shake up the entire strawweight division.
Hands up, head moving just a little bit as she entered. Big right hand by Danielle though.
Nice to see Danielle Taylor go on the offensive.
UFC Fight Night 157, Zhang Weili vs. Jessica Andrade. By the time Zhang Weili got her title shot in 2019, she was riding a 19-fight win streak. Her opponent, Jessica Andrade, the reigning UFC Women's Strawweight Champion, known for her brute strength and knockout power. The fight took place on August 31, 2019 at UFC Fight Night 157 in Shenzhen, China, Zhang's home turf. Andrade was heavily favored to win, but Zhang had other plans. From the opening bell, Zhang came out like a storm. She overwhelmed Andrade with a relentless barrage of strikes. Less than a minute into the fight, Zhang landed a devastating knee, followed by a flurry of punches, and just like that, it was over. In 42 seconds, Zhang had knocked out Andrade and made history as the first Chinese fighter to win a UFC title.
Elbows up top. This is back to the drop. Is this the moment? This is gonna happen in minutes. This is Zhang Weili makes history.
The Shenzhen crowd erupted, and Zhang Weili's name was etched in the annals of MMA history. UFC 248, Zhang Weili versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. After becoming champion, Zhang's next challenge came in March 2020 at UFC 248 against former strawweight champion Joanna Jędrzejczyk. This fight would go down as one of the greatest in UFC history. It was a 5-round war, a true test of Zhang's heart, skill, and endurance.
The power is the big factor. It's the big factor because but she can take a difference in the impact right there.
From the very first round, both fighters engaged in a stand-up battle for the ages. Joanna, known for her striking and cardio, kept pushing the pace, but Zhang matched her at every turn. Zhang's power was on full display, with her hooks and kicks causing visible damage. By the third round, Joanna's forehead was grotesquely swollen from Zhang's punches, but the Polish fighter continued to fight back, landing her own powerful combinations.
She's such an animal.
From Jędrzejczyk. Little slip there from Zhang Weili.
As the fight wore on, it became clear that neither fighter was willing to back down. The crowd was on their feet for the final moments of the 5th round, as Zhang and Joanna traded blows in an all-out brawl. When the final horn sounded, it was a split decision, but Zhang had done enough to retain her title. Both women were taken to the hospital immediately after the fight, a testament to the brutal nature of their encounter. Zhang Weili had solidified her legacy with this performance, and the fight was hailed as one of the best in UFC history.
Spinning back fist lead for Jędrzejczyk. And a counter right from Zhang Weili.
Wow, what a
Arguably the
fight.
greatest fight in women's.
And still the undisputed UFC strawweight champion.
UFC 261, Zhang Weili versus Rose Namajunas. Just when Zhang was riding high, she encountered a massive setback at UFC 261 on April 24, 2021. Her opponent, Rose Namajunas, was looking to reclaim the title she had once held. Zhang entered the octagon as the favorite, but Namajunas shocked the world with a head kick knockout in the very first round, just 1-18 into the fight.
Did several of those inside low kicks.
Early head kick. Rose has regained the strawweight throne.
It was a crushing defeat for Zhang, who had been on an unstoppable path. But champions don't stay down for long. She gave in her all in her next fight. UFC 281, Zhang Weili versus Carla Esparza, November 12, 2022, was Zhang Weili's moment of redemption. Facing Carla Esparza for the UFC Strawweight Championship at UFC 281, Zhang came into the fight with laser focus. This time, there was no mistake. Zhang dominated the fight from start to finish, using her improved grappling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills to take control.
Nice jab by Carla. Esparza keeps that low base, and at 5'3", sometimes athletes complain about fighting shorter opponents.
In the second round, Zhang locked in a rear naked choke and forced Esparza to tap at 105.
See, I said she can't choke her here. Carla's comfortable, she's calm. But watch Weili's left hand. The moment Carla lets go, it's over. Now she got her hand locked, she's got her other arm trapped.
With that, Zhang Weili reclaimed her UFC Women's Strawweight Championship and became a 2-time champion.
UFC undisputed strawweight champion of the world, Magnum Zhang Weili.
UFC 292, Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos. On August 19, 2023, Zhang Weili faced Amanda Lemos at UFC 292 with her championship belt on the line. Zhang went into this fight as the favorite, but she still had to prove herself. From the very start, Zhang showed that she was quicker, stronger, and more skilled than Lemos. For 5 full rounds, Zhang outclassed Lemos with her striking, wrestling, and control of the fight. Every time Lemos tried to attack, Zhang was ready. She landed more punches, more kicks, and made sure that Lemos couldn't get comfortable in the octagon.
Clearly out of class. She needs to throw a Hail Mary, and I think that's her only chance of winning. So if I'm on her corner, listen, I'm saying throw Hail Marys.
By the time the fight ended, there was no doubt who the winner was. The judges scored it a unanimous decision, meaning all of them agreed that Zhang was the clear winner. She successfully defended her title as the queen of the strawweight division, scoring 50-43, 50-44, and 49-45, thereby proving how dominant she had been. UFC 300 Zhang Weili. Yan Xiaonan. The next big challenge for Zhang came on April 13, 2024 at UFC 300. This time, she faced another tough opponent, Yan Xiaonan, who was also from China. It was a huge event, as both fighters had a lot of fans in their home country. This was also a fight for the championship belt, so the stakes were high. Just like in her previous fights, Zhang was ready for battle. The fight went all 5 rounds, with Zhang showing her skill in both striking and defending against Yan's attacks. It was a hard-fought contest, with both fighters giving everything they had. In the end, Zhang's experience and superior skills earned her the win. The judges once again gave her a unanimous decision victory, and she held on to her championship belt.
By unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, Magnum Weili.
This fight solidified Zhang as one of the top fighters in the world, not just in China. What's next for Zhang Weili? Zhang Weili has now defended her title twice in a row, proving she's still at the top of her game. But the question is, who will challenge her next? Will another top contender step up, or will Zhang continue to dominate the strawweight division? What do you think is next for Zhang? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting highlights of your favorite MMA fighters.